result as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Jaquan Jackson on the return. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now here's Cam Scatteroo on the ground. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Dart. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third and 4 coming up now. Darts out of the shotgun. Buying some time left. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rebel.
Right to the air, it's Jones. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 72 for Wolf. 19 tight, 19 tight.
First and 10 now. Here's Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Driving forward with Scattaboo. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Dart from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Jones. Caught, nice gain left side. Lee will get this inside the 30. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Jones on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Jones now on 3rd down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 13-0 lead. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Give right side, it's Scattaboo. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute, and will continue to do so.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, New York.
Running with Scatterboo. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Dart setting in the throw here. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scatterboo. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Rolling on 3rd. Here's Dart. It's on target to Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Scatterboo now from the gun. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Going right back to Scatterboo. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Let's go.
That's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Buying some time right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Absolutely fires this one right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
This is our last play of the quarter. On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Darts looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets everything he has under this one. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Jones from his end zone. It's made by Chuba Hubbard. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Working from the gun, here's Jones. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Running right side by McMillan. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
Bravo 80. 60. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now Jones on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Jones looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
Jones going to throw again. He's going to push one deep down the road. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers push their lead to 18. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that on your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Flushed out of the pocket. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Scattergood. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. They'll go. Here's Dart. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance to have too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
First down, throw by Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on 1st down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. At 2:01, this is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Check smash. Go street.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Now Jones. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers continue piling onto this lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. He dodged the tackle. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol, he gave the Scatterboo. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Dart from the pistol. Got it, man, downfield. This is Neighbors. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Let's go.
On 1st down, this is Scatterboo. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Check out.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down. Working quickly here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun, here's Dart. On the move, headed right. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Scatterboo. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeout. So they can try a field goal now before halftime.
A 27-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again. The lead 22.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you could do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Return coming from the 6. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Jones setting up the play action. Taking a shot deep here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Jones now on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. Finds his man Gray. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I call it about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 70
Man in motion here. Here's Scatterboo. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Let's go now.
One play action with Dart. Bails out of the pocket quick. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down. set of downs for him from the 31. On first down, here's Dart. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Scatterboo here on the ground. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? But did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. On the carry, this is Scatterboo. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 6 yards on the run. That sets up 4th and 3.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Slot receivers headed left. Dart going to go for it on 4th. Short pass brought in. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Hubbard on the give. 3 inside the 30. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Escapes the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Tag. 19, go.
Here goes Dart to the air. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Giants trail by 22 now. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
break the huddle. It's second down now.
70 Lions. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Cowboy 80.
Here he goes, third and long. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's going to work this down to the 32. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. Go to premium in this league.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun and give to Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Tag. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. Offensive line fast.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
On third and long, it's Jones. He's got it near the 8. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers tack on 7 more to their lead.
42. Giants 13.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Catch made. Tyrone Tracy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair.
It's a gain of 6.
It's the Giants who are going to have it to start the fourth quarter, partner, in a game that seems pretty far out of their reach. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now.
Here start now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
It's second down.
Now Dart. Escapes out to the left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Here we go, set.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Hubbard. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Hubbard. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Got his man. This is McMillan. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Working inside the red zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, so it's 2nd down coming up. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Finds a small seam, that's good for 5, make it 3rd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Fitzgerald sends this through, and a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal.
Darts out of the shotgun. Complete over the middle. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running with Scannaboo. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Scannaboo now from the gun. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later account.
And he goes. The Panthers got him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hiking 18. Ready.
Here's a give to Hubbard. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He is down to the 30-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Cowboy 80. Go.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on 1st down.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Got it. Ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Hubbard again. And that 2nd down the run is only going to manage a yard.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
3rd down. Giants coming out in a dime look.
Set up. 60 Maverick. Panthers 60. Panthers 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Take off.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season. New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Their own 28-yard line.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Complete left side to Robinson. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line.
12 yards. And the Giants, 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. It starts. Buys time, rolling right. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. I'll be the pace here as the clock continues to run.
At the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. He finds Neighbors right side. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touchdown. The Giants using their 1st time out. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go
10
now.
yards on the pickup.
Dart gonna throw again.
At the 24-yard line.
Drop this down. Scatterboot. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Giants 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Dart. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Giants will trail by 25.
Giants 20.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for one, maybe two final plays here. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, go!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's going deep! Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Up the middle, Hubbard. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.